Hey, it's Scott. I'm a storyteller and I'm up in the mountains with a few thoughts on making the most of your next presentation. So here's the good news. You're now on the schedule to deliver a talk before an important audience. Now, how can you make the most of the opportunity? Here's 6 tips to help you crush your next presentation. First, keep it conversational. Explain your ideas as simply as possible in commonplace language. Avoid technical jargon. Presentations work best when they're delivered in a casual, accessible manner. Engage the audience with rhetorical questions. Now, why would you want to do that? Because it works. Second, tell stories. Everybody who gets up in front of an audience really only begins to put points up on the board when they start telling stories. So talk about the people who are advancing your subject and provide examples. People who are innovating, people who are showing initiative, people who are building great teams, people with courage, people being flexible, people being agile. Spotlight individuals and team efforts to bring to life larger concepts and initiatives. Third, cut up the food. Begin with the premise that your audience has no base of knowledge about your subject. Avoid terms of art, and if you must use one, define it in everyday terms. Bring everyone along by describing your subject as if you were explaining it to a teenager. Even if they already have a working knowledge of your topic, you'll still be explaining your concepts in an accessible manner. Fourth, make numbers real. One of the most extraordinary aspects about the energy industry needs translation, scale. People can't understand what's amazing about what we do without some context. A couple years ago, we were trying to explain just how vast was the resource base in the natural gas fields we operate offshore Northwest Australia. We had to place it into everyday terms to get through to people. When people hear the absolute numbers, they just know it's big, but they're not astounded. But if you can say there's enough molecules in the Gorgon and Wheatstone fields to power Shanghai through the end of the century, you can get through to them with the vastness of the potential energy under the ocean off the Australian coasts. So you want to use the known to describe the unfamiliar. Fifth, put boundaries on PowerPoint. PowerPoint is not inherently bad, it's just so frequently used badly, horribly badly. Think about it this way. PowerPoint is a condiment, it's not a food group. It shouldn't be on equal terms with the speaker or be, God forbid, directing the speaker. Slides should be the thematic complements to the speaker's remarks. They shouldn't replicate them. There should be no overlap between the words you say and the text on your slides. Don't show slidements, which combine the worst parts of white papers and technical illustrations. Don't put multiple concepts on the same slide. Break them out. When your audience must pick between listening and reading, it's comprehension that loses. Finally, rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. I've been supporting senior leaders in government and the corporate world for 20 years. The single most underutilized performance enhancer is rehearsal. And you will come to an inflection point. The cake should already be baked, and any more tweaks to your content will only deliver marginal returns. But too many people spend valuable time fiddling with the frosting when they could be hydrating their delivery. Rehearsal lets you bring confidence, conviction, passion, and variety to your delivery. But the opportunity cost of not rehearsing is huge. The audience isn't going to obsess about the wording, but they'll always notice if you're not fully present. Look at it this way. If the Rolling Stones still need an afternoon sound check before an evening show, you bet we all need rehearsal too. So there you have it, 6 tips to help you crush your next presentation. Keep it conversational, tell stories, cut up their food, make numbers real, rehearse, 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 and keep PowerPoint on a leash. Do that and you'll engage your audience and send people away with a clear sense of your main messages. Thanks.